let them to be as local as possible, like the way you can see here. Just put in the steps where they can just settle, just local way. You don't need to make it so expensive, to just make it in a local way. Since they are these local birds of ours, they can stay inside, and then you can create spaces where they can lay their eggs. Just hide the places so that they can lay the eggs there. You don't need to make everything expensive and so on. Just make a structure, simple structure. Put on the roof, this tapering roof. It's just enough. And then you can allow them to explore. Give them things where they can scratch, where they can be like local birds, okay? And grow like local birds. And then you can also open the place, and then they can access to the outside green grass where they can feed from. And then make sure that you provide water, always constant. Provide a lot of water, and then you can also provide some extra feeds which they can use. But you can see that they can utilize all the available resources. The grass which is available can be used, and be very careful. Some of them, they can try also to attack you. If you are not very careful, you can end up getting wounds. Like for this cock here, it is a dangerous cock. It can fight and it can attack any other person. I've got scratches from it many times. But they can also utilize the grass which is available. They can eat the grass, they can scavenge, they can look for anything that is from insects to grass to fruits and so on. Then you can also provide another simple space like this one. This is where the young ones grow from, the chicks. You can just raise them from here for the meantime, and then afterwards you can transfer them here when they have grown up, because when they are still young they will be attacked by these big ones. And then you provide enough space where they can exercise from, run around, look for grass, look for insects, and then that is enough. And then you can have your local birds within a very small area. You can keep as many local birds as possible. Make sure you protect them from wild cats, dogs, by providing a fence around, and then also prevent them from going out of the fence, because when they go out of the fence, then you know that they are likely not to come back. Or if they are able to come back, they are likely also to be attacked by other wild animals outside. So that's how we can keep birds in a very small area. The local birds does not require a lot. Don't need to put in very many expensive things. Just put something very small. You can also try it out. It is easy. You have to be very careful. That one can attack from any angle. Can attack you from any direction. I always lock it outside because it has a tendency of chasing others from feeding. So that's why it is always out. Just allow the others to first finish feeding, and then we can put it later. Isolating itself, then you know that it has a problem. There has to be a problem, so you always try to check out and find what is the problem. Now let us try to see this one. If you look at it, you can see it is standing on one leg, which means that there has to be a problem on the other leg. You can see that one leg is up, held up. There has to be a problem on that leg, so we need to check it out and find out what is the problem. But in most cases, if the leg is not broken, it might be because of the mites. Sometimes the mites enter into the flesh and they try to disorganize the nervous system down in the legs, and that they cause pain. So we need to check out and find out what is the problem, and then we can try to treat it. And you can just see the way it is working. It is uncomfortable and it has isolated itself from the rest. Then that is a sign of some problems. You can just look at the way it is working. It's not working properly. So we need to check on it and find out what is the problem so that we can treat it and then try to remove the mites. So you can see it scratching the legs. That is a sign that it is in pain. So we shall get it and then try to do some treatment. There's another one that I want to check. If you check the feet, you see that they are bigger, like that one there. That's a sign that it is having the mites in those legs. So we need to do this one. You can see it is clear, but that one there you can see that it has mites which need to be cleared. Those ones, they need to be cleared. For example, if you look at them, there are mites inside there. So we need to clear those by putting it in a, we are just going to put it in a paraffin so that we can clear. Now if you check on those other ones down, so those ones are okay. Check on the other. Fine, most of them. Let's try to check on these ones down. Check on the foots, clear. That one, if you look at it, it is, they are there now. That one has got mites. The mites are there. So that one also needs to be treated. Just get them and put them in paraffin so that they can be removed. Check on this one. This one can show that it is clear. Does not have. Let's check on this one. This one does not have. But if you check on that one, that old one, you can see that it has been having a problem. That problem has persisted. You can see that the legs have got some mites. So we have to clean that one. To clean it. And then we shall look at the others later. So I'm just going to get it. Sorry. Make sure that it is not seeing you. And you get it. Put it down. It's going to fight. Of course. Fight. Fight, but you have to get it out. You have to put it outside so that we don't disorganize the others, because we shall make the others to become frightened. It's what we don't want. So we take this one outside and we work on it. First of all, this is what we have been talking about. Let's go outside and check it further away. This one wants to enter because it chases the others out. Now what we have been talking about you look at the feet, you can see that those feet are infested with a lot of mites. So we need to treat them. What we do, we just put them in paraffin, as we are going to see. Those are being infected by it. And you can see it has been struggling. It has been struggling with that problem for some time. So what we are going to do, we have some paraffin here. So what we are going to use to dip it inside. We're not going to dip, we make sure we just dip only the feet. We don't dip the fresh part of the body, but only the feet. So what we are going to do, when you look at them, they are already infected. You can see all of them. So we shall just dip them inside paraffin. Get all of them. Alright. Make it stand there for some time so that the mites can suffocate. You make sure that they become wet, but you don't put it on the fresh part of the body, just where the scales are. That's where you put it. And now we are sure that they have all soaked very well, and the mites now are going to suffocate and then they will die. So now what we are going to do, we are going to leave it to stay outside for some time, and then it can go later on. Can release it, it can go. It will be fine within a short period of time, and then it will start working very well. These are the oldest in the flock, so they always like fighting each other to show who is the controller. Very soon it will be fine. check on this one which we isolated. There is one we isolated yesterday which was sick. It is still weak. We can check and see how it is performing. Yesterday it just got an attack. We gave it some treatment, and now at least it is trying to improve. It can now stand up. I think within few days it will be ready to move. Now you can just see that it can move, stand in one place at least. You can see it can move. The other time it could not move, it could not stand at all. Now it can stand. Within few days it will be able to join the others. But we have to first isolate it here, and then we find out what was the main problem, what caused its problem. So we lock it inside here to isolate it from the others in case if it is a serious problem, then we can eliminate it from the rest.